social care provider and you've ever thought frameworks feel scary, complicated, or not for businesses like mine, this video is for you. Today I'm breaking down the Bristol City Council Adult Social Care Providers Single Framework. What it is, who it is for, and whether it's actually worth your time bidding. And most importantly, who should absolutely be looking at this opportunity and who probably shouldn't. This is for an open adult social care framework being led by Bristol City Council. It replaces most of the existing adult social care frameworks for the council and will be used for the majority of new long-term care placements going forward. This includes spot purchasing and block contracts, which is important because it means this framework becomes the gateway to work, not just a one-off contract. Once you're on, you're positioned for multiple referrals and placements over several years. The delivery period runs from February 24 to February 28 with ongoing application rounds. One of the biggest strengths of this framework is how broad it is. There are 9 different lots, which means this is not just for big care companies. Residential and nursing care, supported accommodation, extra care housing, home care, community support and day opportunities, personalisation, carers support, advocacy and innovation. So, whether you're a small home care provider, a specialist support organisation or a values-led innovation service, there is likely a place for you here. Now, this is where people either panic or get excited. The evaluation weighting depends on the lot you are applying for. Lots 1 to 5, it's 60% price and 40% quality. Lots 6 to 8, it flips. 80% quality and only 20% price. That tells us something very important. Bristol City Council isn't just shopping for the cheapest provider. They are actively looking for quality outcomes and specialist support, especially with more personalised services. There's no getting around it. This is a serious framework and you need your foundations right. You'll need things like appropriate insurances, safeguarding and health and safety policies, business continuity, equality and inclusion, and registration with the central digital platform. You'll also need 3 strong case studies. None of this is unusual, but it does need to be right, consistent, and aligned to Bristol's expectations. What I like about this framework is this: it's not transactional. Bristol is clearly trying to reshape how adult social care is delivered, not just fill beds or hours. If you're a provider who genuinely cares about outcomes, independence, dignity and community-based support, this framework aligns with that. But this is what matters. You have to show it in your bid. You should seriously consider this opportunity if you already work in adult social care, you want long-term council relationships, you're ready to invest time into a proper framework bid, and you want repeat work, not just one-off contracts. But you probably shouldn't bid if you're not ready operationally, you don't have evidence or case studies, and you're price only and not outcomes led. Frameworks like this can absolutely change the trajectory of a care business, but only if they're approached properly. If you're not sure whether this is the right opportunity for you, that's not a weakness, that is a really smart question. And if you want help breaking it down, stress testing your eligibility, or understanding how strong your chances are, that is exactly what we do here at Big Sister. Because you shouldn't have to figure all this stuff out alone. C&Q deliver day services for older people, especially services that reduce isolation and support independence. This is an opportunity you should understand properly. This is Cambridgeshire County Council's Older People Day Services opportunity, covering Huntingdonshire and South Cambridgeshire, and it has been set up to fulfil a very specific gap in provision. Cambridgeshire County Council currently runs some in-house day services for older people, but those services do not cover Huntingdonshire or South Cambridgeshire. Until recently, those areas were supported through grant-funded services, but those grant arrangements ended in March 2024. This opportunity has been created to replace that provision through a dynamic purchasing system, giving the council a structured way to commission external providers to deliver older people's day services in these two districts. The focus of this is supporting older people with eligible care and support needs outside of their home, helping them stay independent and reducing social isolation. This is not a one-off contract, and it is not a closed framework. Providers can apply to join the DPS and applications are assessed in rounds. This gives Cambridgeshire flexibility and providers ongoing access to opportunities without rebidding every single time. There are 2 slots under this opportunity. Lot 1 covers Huntingdonshire and Lot 2 covers South Cambridgeshire. Providers can apply for one lot or both, depending on where they can realistically and safely deliver services. Cambridgeshire County Council is very clear about the type of provision they want. They are looking for day services that support independence, social connection and well-being for older people. They are particularly interested in providers who can also support people with personal care needs and dementia-specific needs within a day service setting. This is about quality of life, not just activities. The evaluation is heavily quality focused. Quality accounts for 90% of the assessment, with social value making up the remaining 10%. That tells you exactly what the council is prioritising. They want safe, compassionate, well-run services that genuinely improve outcomes for older people in their community. Providers will need to complete a selection questionnaire and a full quality submission for each lot that they apply for. Each lot requires around 6,500 words, so this is a proper written submission rather than a light touch panel. There are also standard policy and insurance requirements, and providers must be registered on the central digital platform. The council also requires providers to have an office space that is accessible to staff, reinforcing the expectation of local deliverable services. The contract runs from April 24 through to March 28. That gives providers the opportunity to build a stable, long-term relationship with the council and become part of the local care infrastructure rather than chasing short-term work. For the right provider, this can be a very steady pipeline of referrals over several years. This opportunity is a strong fit for providers who already deliver older people's day services or who want to expand into that space in a structured way. It's particularly suitable for providers who understand dementia support, personal care within day settings and community-based models of care. It is also well suited to organisations that value quality, consistency and local presence over volume. This is a really good example of a council responding to a genuine gap of provision and wanting to work with the right providers to fill it properly. If you deliver older people's day services in or around Cambridgeshire, this is one that deserves your serious consideration. And if you are unsure whether your service model fits what the council is actually asking for, this is exactly the point where getting clarity matters. Big Sister is always about helping you make the right decision, not just any decision. Today I'm breaking down the Durham County Council Provider Panel for Day Services, and this is one of those opportunities that people massively underestimate. This is a provider panel, not a ranked framework. Durham County Council is creating a panel of approved providers who can deliver day services following assessment by a social worker or care coordinator. There is no limit on how many providers can be appointed to this panel. So you are not competing to beat other providers, you are simply demonstrating that you are suitable, safe and capable. Panels like this are how councils widen choice. They want local, community-based services and they want flexibility, not one big provider doing everything. If you're accepted onto the panel, you become an approved option when packages of care or day services are being arranged. That means work can flow to you without you even bidding again. This panel covers 4 very clear service areas. This is broken down into lots. We have lot 1, older people aged 65 plus, lot 2, adults with physical sensory disabilities, lot 3, adults with learning disabilities, autism or associated mental health needs, lot 4, transport services linked to the day provision. You can apply for one lot or multiple lots depending on what you can genuinely deliver. This panel is evaluated 100% on the selection questionnaire. There are no method statements, no pricing scores, no quality narrative competition. You are simply evidencing that you meet the council's requirements. It means that this is one of the lowest barrier public sector opportunities you'll ever see. If you've got your policies in place, your insurances, and you can answer straightforward questions honestly, you have a very strong chance of being accepted. This is especially good for small providers, charities and community groups, specialist day services, providers who are new to council work. There are no required accreditations beyond the standard safeguarding and insurance. You'll need 5 million employees liability, 5 million public liability, 1 million professional indemnity, motor insurance where applicable, and safeguarding policies. The panel runs from April 25 through to March 27, and there's a bit people miss. This panel stays open for a long time. You're not racing a 4-week deadline. You have time to get this right. Once you're on, you can benefit for years to come. You should absolutely look at this opportunity if you deliver or want to deliver day services, you operate in or near Durham, you want council referred work without constant bidding, you want to build credibility with the local authorities. You probably shouldn't apply if you don't deliver day services at all, you don't have safeguarding or basic governance in place, or you're not ready to work to council standards. If you've been waiting for a confidence building opportunity, this is the one. And if you're unsure whether you meet the criteria, that's the right question you should be asking. You don't need to guess, you just need to assess it properly. And if you want help with that, you know where Big Sister is.